You could call it Murphy's Law. Everything that could have gone wrong 1 year ago on January 7th did. Bone-dry conditions, 100-mile-per-hour winds, and a spark that changed Marisol Espino's life forever.
It was definitely a lot. I mean, it still is. Obviously, like, there's no more debris, but just for miles and miles, it's just empty lots.
Marisol has lived in West Altadena her entire life. When the Eaton Fire tore through her neighborhood, it left behind scars and unanswered questions.
We know that evacuation orders were not sent to this part of the city or this part of the town until 3:25 in the morning, and things were already on fire.
Marisol lived west of Lake Avenue, around Jane's Village, a predominantly Black and Latino community where all but one of the Eaton Fire's 19 victims died. County records show evacuation alerts for West Altadena weren't sent out until hours after the fire had started. An after-action report later found flaws in communication and confusion in the chain of command responsible for issuing alerts.
South of us, right here in the corner, my neighbor, her father stayed. He woke up from a sound of explosions, and that's how he knew there was smoke already in their rooms.
Emergency response experts say that delay raises serious questions.
First of all, it's just a mystery. Why East Altadena got a timely warning and West Altadena didn't.
Thomas Kova has spent decades studying disaster response. He says the problem is often not technology, but human decision-making.
They're afraid to warn everybody that quick. They think it will cause panic, traffic jams, gridlock.
In West Altadena, that delay has residents calling for accountability, including requests for California Attorney General Rob Bonta to investigate the county's fire response. Bonta's office says they can't comment on whether they would launch a probe, but LA County leaders, including Supervisor Hilda Solis, say reform is underway for the Emergency Operations Center.
We have our Office of Emergency Management, and we know that it has to expand, and I think we are already looking at budgeting positions there.
But for survivors like Marisol, accountability isn't about blame, it's about preventing another tragedy.
Asking for accountability is part of love for our community. It's advocacy, but it is rooted in love because we love our community so much.
Even for families who still don't have a place to come home to. Now, the county says they're also working on improving collaboration between fire departments and police departments that are from different cities within the county, as well as a clear chain of command for unincorporated areas. A huge, huge improvement for LA County that's needed.
Yeah, well, I was going to say, it's such a broad, county, and there's so many folks who are part of that unincorporated community. Let me ask you about broader concerns about the equity that's concerning where this happened. That's something a lot of folks are going to be paying attention to.
Yeah, Kelvin, you would know better than most. You've spent so much time there. This area, and you've spoken to many folks there. It's a historically Black neighborhood, and in the last few decades, there's also been a large Latino population there as well. Now, I don't think anyone is accusing officials of malicious intent here, but the broader questions are about investment and resources for the area that could have maybe prevented these deaths. If there was a technical issue with the radio tower, residents want to know if it was properly maintained. If there were issues with evacuations, there's a question about city planning. The fear, of course, is that this neighborhood was neglected in leading up to this fire, and that's something residents don't want to see. That's why they're calling for Bonta to possibly investigate. Yeah,
there's a lot of folks, just going to be honest, who are angry and they want answers. I've spent some time there, as you mentioned.
Definitely.
And they are feeling, at times like, are we being left out of some of the answers right now? And it's going to be a long way to find out what happened, how it happened, where, and who will be, held responsible ultimately.
Yeah.
Thank you for watching our YouTube channel. For more stories in your communities, click the subscribe button right here. You can also download our app or watch us on TV for the latest information, balanced coverage, weather updates every 10 minutes, and more. We'll see you then.